What's up, guys? This is your fantasy draft girl Kay with another fantasy football topic. We will be discussing four quarterback situations with the NFL that we feel you should pay close attention to. The first one is with the Atlanta Falcons. Now, there's a reason why the Falcons should not pass up drafting Michael Penix Jr. With the eighth overall pick, even after signing Kirk Cousins to a huge free agent deal. There's a reason why Michael Penix Jr. only played one game in the preseason and why head coach Raheem Morris said that they saw all they needed to see. Ever since Kirk Cousins came into camp, they knew he wasn't going to be a Falcon starter for very long. Maybe they just saw that he is not fully recovered from his Achilles injury, or maybe they just knew that they made a mistake on spending all that money on an aging player who just isn't the same. To the Falcons' credit, there just wasn't too many top options at QB in the free agency. All they know is that they must protect and develop their next franchise quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. He was arguably one of the top three quarterbacks in the NFL after an outstanding career at the University of Washington. One of the best deep ball throwers coming out of the draft in a long time. We feel Michael Penix Jr. gets the nod over Kirk Cousins soon this season. He was one to pick up before it's too late during waivers and stash away. Another team with an interesting quarterback situation is the Chicago Bears. We all know how much the Bears and the fans of Chicago all love Caleb Williams. He is seen as the savior of the franchise that hasn't had a legit top quarterback in a real long time. But is Caleb Williams really all that he is made out to be? Even seen as a generational talent, the way Andrew Luck was seen coming out of college. Yes, he has all the natural talent in the world. Had an exciting preseason in the eyes of the fans and media, but that was against vanilla preseason defenses, and we saw in week one he was noticeably overwhelmed. All of that off script running and dazzling athletic plays that he did in college just doesn't always translate well in the NFL. He can get away with it in college in the preseason, but the speed and complexity of the defense in the NFL will catch up to him. Yes, he got a win in his very first start, but we all know it was the Bears defense that bailed him out by pulling off a win. Do not be surprised by week 4 or 5 if the Bears are not winning. We see Caleb Williams succumb to the pressures of being an NFL quarterback. Some people may think it's a long shot, but there's a chance that if Caleb gets sidelined for whatever reason, maybe due to injury or mental stress, that second year undrafted quarterback Tyson may come in and outperform Caleb Williams. The next quarterback situation to pay attention to is the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson is nowhere close to playing like the outstanding, exciting quarterback he once was in Houston. On top of it all, he's still having to deal with the field issues by being sued again for basically being a pervert. The Browns are probably regretting spending all that money and giving away all that draft capital just to sign a QB that is just a shell of what he used to be. Again, the Browns are trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and not look foolish for the decision they made on him. We will see him being replaced soon. Surprisingly, though, possibly not by James Winston, but actually by Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who is currently listed as the number 3 QB behind Winston. He had a few mediocre starts last year as a rookie, but he definitely improved this preseason and has all the talent to be a better option than Winston. And finally, we also can't forget the horrible quarterback situation for the New York Giants. Here's another team trying not to regret spending too much money on a new contract for Daniel Jones. What was it? $160 million for 4 years? He never really lived up to the hype coming out of college, yet the Giants are willing to bank on him rather than keeping running back Saquon Barkley. Like we thought, he struggled in week 1, and we can't envision it to get too much better. So we predict another QB change is coming soon for the Giants. But unfortunately, like the Browns, their number two option isn't all that great. Drew Lock is an underachieving veteran quarterback that pretty much for every touchdown he throws, he also throws an interception. So even though Drew Lock is the next in line to be the Giants quarterback, don't be surprised if last year's fan favorite, Mr. Tommy Cutlets DeVito, gets to start at QB at some point this season. He actually showed some promise by starting and winning a few games for the G-Men last season. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and good luck this season. Please support us by liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. This is your Fantasy Draft Girl K, and you're watching Fantasy Draft Girls, where you are guaranteed a score. Cut. Best deep ball throw. Throws. He has a throw